Going into the woods alone at night can be downright terrifying. But what if you stumble upon something or someone you'd rather not face? Tonight, we're uncovering 6 of the most spine-chilling encounters ever caught on camera. These stories will have you thinking twice before ever setting foot in the woods alone again. Let's jump straight into the first unsettling encounter. But before we begin, just a quick warning. The last video is truly disturbing. Our first truly terrifying encounter comes from YouTuber Siaz, a Belgian creator known for his challenge videos and for taking his subscribers to haunted locations, documenting his eerie and suspenseful experiences. It was January 1st, 2024, and on this particular cold winter night, Siaz and his friends were heading into the woods for what they thought would be just another thrilling adventure. The night was pitch black, and the only way they could see was by using their flashlights. The dense trees surrounded them, and the eerie silence of the night added to the unsettling atmosphere. However, their curiosity and determination pushed them forward. Little did they know, what they were about to encounter would leave them truly horrified. As they step out of their vehicle and approach the woods, the chilling sound of wolves or dogs howling in the distance echoes through the trees. The ominous cries send a shiver down their spines, yet they press on toward the entrance. Just before stepping in, they spot a sign, "Private property." The warning also states that there are guard dogs on site, ready to defend the area. This alone should have been enough to make them reconsider entering.
Of ik alles. Oh. Dit is wel spannend, ja.
Pak hem op.
Echt. Oh man. Dit is.
Dat is een mechelaar of zo.
Nee.
Daar gaan we niet op af, hè?
Ja, is dat een vlek?
Ja, hoor die hond, ja. Hier is de ingang, de poort.
Ja, dat staat echt duidelijk privaat op.
Privaat, dit is een plaats van gebed. Gelief onze ruimte respecteren, gebed. En daar staat op, pas op, waakhond. Ik ben hier heel lang geleden eens geweest en stond hier vol met bungalows, met campings.
Ignoring the warning signs, Siaz and his friends venture deeper into the woods, unaware of what lurks ahead. Suddenly, strange and unsettling noises start coming from deep within the trees. The eerie sounds resemble distant screams, human-like, yet distorted and unnatural. Confused and unsettled, the group pauses, trying to determine whether it's an animal, a person, or something far more sinister.
Wat rijdt hier?
Auto's en autobanden.
Autobanden? Dit hier is afgezet. Ik ga toch eens kijken, want hier staat in de verte een bungalow. Maar hier hangt letterlijk een bord met verboden toegang, privaat en camerabewaking. Kijk eens aan. Oh manneke, dit is sketchy. Dus ja, hier gaat iemand wonen gewoon nog. Dat kan toch niet aan? Hoezo? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh. Dat is toch niet mijn auto of zo, hè?
As they try to make sense of the disturbing sounds, a faint light appears in the distance, slowly approaching them. Siaz, trying to maintain his composure, calls out, "Hello?" But what happens next is truly terrifying. The dim light reveals a figure, and as it gets closer, they realize something is horribly wrong. The encounter quickly takes a dark and unexpected turn, one that would send anyone running in fear.
Kom maar hier. Blijf gewoon hier. Lamp aan of niet? Hallo? 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 What the f***? What the f***? Hey!
In the chaos that follows, the group is separated, each of them scrambling through the dark, trying to find each other. Panic sets in as Siaz realizes he has lost sight of his friends. Unsure of what to do and fearing for their safety, he makes a desperate call to the police. What would you do in this situation? Would you try to find your friends, or would you call for help immediately?
Nee, hier achter de laatste combi.
Ja, kom
ongeveer.
maar. We gaan kijken.
Ja, dat is hier. Ik denk niet dat hij hier alleen zit, hoor.
Ja, ik weet niet. Dan kunnen wij niet horen, want we zien dat 40%. Kijk wat met uw auto is.
The police arrive just in time and manage to arrest the woman who had charged at Siaz and his friends, detaining her before she could cause any harm. As the dust settles, Siaz is visibly shaken, struggling to process what just happened. But who could blame him? This was an encounter that no one would ever want to experience. This disturbing event leaves behind many unanswered questions. Who was this woman? Why was she wandering alone in the woods in the dead of night? And perhaps the most unsettling question of all, why did she try to attack them? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Quick question. Would you ever camp alone in the woods, not knowing who or what might be out there with you? Or do you prefer to stay warm and cozy in your own bed, watching others brave the unknown from the safety of your screen? Our next video tonight comes from Grizzly Gaz, a YouTuber and content creator, known for his outdoor adventure videos, particularly those focused on camping, hiking, and survival. His channel features a mix of solo camping experiences, where he ventures into remote wilderness areas, often emphasizing survival skills, nature exploration, and personal reflection. It is April 30th, 2023, and Gaz is camping in a remote wooded area that he has been visiting for several years. This secluded spot is surrounded by a dense forest. While Gaz is preparing dinner at his solo campsite in the middle of the woods, an unexpected visitor creeps up behind him, startling him. A man suddenly appears and asks for a lighter. In the moment, the stranger seems fairly normal, just another person wandering through the woods. However, as the night unfolds, it becomes clear that this man is anything but ordinary.
Right, we've got steaks on go now. Bit of ribeye, pot boiling for some mash, and I've got a visitor. Creeped up behind me asking me if I had a light. I shit my pants. This is Martin anyway.
In an act of kindness, Gaz shares his meal with the man, who introduces himself as Martin. He offers him some steak and mashed potatoes, but chooses not to record too much of the interaction, as he feels uneasy about how the man appeared out of nowhere. While Martin doesn't seem aggressive, something about the situation puts Gaz on edge.
I don't know him, but he's stopping for a steak,
Just some random crate. Wandering about.
You went round here in a poncho a couple of months ago, were you?
I don't think I was. I could have been. It's possible.
Right, gonna get these cooked up. Didn't do much filming because of that lad, Martin, who creeped up behind me asking for a light. We were homeless, so I fed him some steak and some mashed potato, and he's gone on his way. So I'm just going to enjoy this fire now, kick back for a bit, then wait and see what the night brings.
As the night progresses, Gaz begins to feel increasingly unsettled. He can't shake the feeling that Martin might return, and not alone. From his behavior, it becomes apparent that Martin isn't just an ordinary homeless man. He seems to be under the influence of something. After finishing his meal, he leaves immediately, which only raises more concerns for Gaz. Left alone in the woods, Gaz becomes hyper-aware of his surroundings, hoping his trail camera batteries last through the night to capture any unexpected visitors around his campsite.
I did ask Martin if he's been creeping about in these woods before, but he said he hadn't. Mind you, he's wrong build, isn't he? Than what I caught on my trail camera. I'm going to be on Noya now tonight as well. Thinking, is he going to come back? Because he wasn't a normal homeless person, if you know what I mean. After I fed him, he scurried straight off. And I've just tried using my night vision, and the batteries have gone on it, even though I've charged them up. Hopefully trail camera batteries will be alright tonight. Right, I'm going to chill out now, bite fire, and just watch poor man's telly for a bit.
Trusting his instincts, Gaz makes the difficult decision to end his camping trip early and head home, prioritizing his safety. He explains his growing concern that Martin may return later in the night, possibly with others, to rob him, especially given his expensive camera equipment. Before leaving, Gaz sets up one of his trail cameras at the campsite, hoping it will confirm his suspicions. If Martin does come back, at least Gaz will have proof that leaving was the right call.
The more I think about it, the stranger it gets. Fed that lad, and let's be honest, he was a junkie, right? Fed him, talking about life and how he got to where he is and drugs and whatnot, and then turned around to cut some firewood up. So I cut a couple of logs up, and when I turned back round, he'd gone. So scanned about, and he was just walking off into darkness. So I said, "See you later, pal." He went, yeah, see ya," and just left. I just found that really fucking strange. Note's gone missing or out, he hadn't taken out, but the fact that he just left without saying out has put the EBGBs up me, because he's going for two things. One, going to tell his mates that there's a guy camping out with a load of filming equipment, and two, he's going to score because he needs his fix. And even then, if he goes and scores, has his fix, talking with his mates while he's high. And I don't want to be having to fight off a load of smackheads at 3 o'clock in the morning. Do you know what I mean? But I've left my trail camera down there, so we'll go back in the morning and see if he's been. Well, good morning. I'm on my way back to the camp to collect my trail camera and see if that random smackhead came back during the night.
When Gaz returns to the campsite the following day, his suspicions are confirmed. Someone did come back during the night. However, instead of capturing footage of the intruder, he discovers that his trail camera is missing. It has clearly been stolen. While it's impossible to say with certainty that Martin was the one who took it, the circumstances strongly suggest that he, or someone he told, was responsible. In the end, Gaz made the right call by leaving when he did. The situation could have escalated quickly if he had stayed. What would you have done in this situation? Would you have packed up and left, just as Gaz did? Or would you have stayed? despite the high chance of Martin returning with friends? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
That's where I was sat, on my chair there. That's where the tent was. And he just walked up from here. Got to about here right next to me when he said, "Have you got a light, mate?" Said that he could see the smoke from the fire. And that's why I didn't want to light it really, because then our trail camera's gone. That's where it was, on this tree. So my gut instincts were right, weren't they, to leave.
Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying it, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us to continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now let's get back to the video. The next haunting clip comes from Dee's Dark Adventures, a YouTube channel dedicated to exploring eerie and paranormal locations. The host, Dee, is known for investigating strange occurrences, venturing into creepy places, and documenting supernatural phenomena. Using tools such as ghost boxes and night vision cameras, Dee attempts to communicate with spirits and uncover the chilling mysteries surrounding each location. On November 12, 2023, Dee embarks on an investigation close to home, an expansive cornfield owned by a local farmer. Over the years, the farmer has reported bizarre and unsettling activity in the field. Since he rotates his crops, planting corn every other year to give the soil a break, he has noticed a disturbing pattern. Every time the corn is planted, strange animal-like noises echo through the field. Shadows dart between the stalks, and he sees figures that appear impossibly tall, much taller than the corn itself. The field is vast, bordering a dense forest, which only adds to its eerie and isolated atmosphere. Dee is determined to get to the bottom of these reports, but little does she know, this will be an encounter she will never forget.
What the hell is that? What the doing? Nope, I'm done. Oh my god, it just made a noise!
The video begins with Dee explaining the mysterious occurrences reported in the cornfield. She appears relatively calm and unfazed, treating this as just another investigation. With her flashlight in hand, she presses forward into the towering corn stalks, unaware of the terror that awaits her.
Hi you guys, okay. My adventures, my loves, I love you so much. I gave you guys a post talking about how this farmer plants corn every other year to give the thing a break, you know, the dirt a break and all that. And every time that happens, he hears these strange animal but not animal noises, and he says he sees a lot of things darting in and out, shadow figures, all that stuff. So here we are. And he also said that lately his house is over. I gotta turn around, I think. I'm gonna start that over. The house is right over there. I don't know if you can see his lights, but things are coming from the cornfield over to his house and starting some ruckus.
As Dee ventures deeper into the cornfield, an eerie silence surrounds her until she suddenly begins to hear something disturbing. Faint running footsteps and whispering sounds emerge from the darkness, sending a chill down her spine. Then, out of nowhere, the tops of the corn stalks begin to sway violently, as if someone or something is sprinting through them. The sight is reminiscent of a scene straight out of a horror movie. Dee freezes, trying to process what she's witnessing, but the rustling grows louder, as if whatever is out there is getting closer.
Oh, okay. Cool. What am I hearing? Listen. don't know if it's a whispering. Dude, what the fuck?
Through the gaps in the corn stalks, a shadowy figure briefly appears, peeking out from behind the rows of corn. It doesn't resemble an animal. It looks human, crouching low as if trying to remain hidden. Dee barely has time to react before the figure pulls back into the darkness, disappearing once again into the field. A sudden wave of fear washes over her. Her instincts tell her to leave, but before she can move, a deep, guttural growl echoes through the field. The sound is unearthly, primal, and menacing. Panic sets in as Dee turns and runs, the crunching of dried corn stalks beneath her feet only amplifying her terror.
What the hell is that? What the hell is it doing? What the hell is that? What the doing? Oop, I'm done. Oh my god, it just made a noise. No! What the hell is that? What the doing? Oop, I'm done. Oh my god, it just made...
Just when Dee thinks the worst is over, she spots something that defies explanation. A towering silhouette, standing at least 8 feet tall, emerges from the far end of the field. It lurks behind the corn stalks, just barely visible in the dim light, its massive frame unnaturally still. Dee hesitantly calls out, hoping to get some kind of response, but the figure does not react. The sheer size and unnatural presence of the entity send chills down her spine. Whatever this is, it isn't human. Dee realizes she can't even run properly. Hidden potholes in the uneven ground make it nearly impossible to move quickly, trapping her in this nightmare.
Shit. I can't run. There's potholes everywhere. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Terrified and out of options, Dee makes the split-second decision to flee. The only problem? The only way out is through the same area where she last saw the shadowy figure. Summoning every ounce of courage, she sprints forward, her breathing ragged as she navigates the treacherous ground. Just as she nears the exit of the cornfield, a chilling voice calls out from behind her. The sound is distant, yet unmistakable, stopping her dead in her tracks for a split second before adrenaline kicks in. She doesn't turn back. She doesn't want to see what's there. She just runs. Luckily, Dee makes it out of the field unharmed, but the experience leaves her shaken and raises more questions than answers. What were those figures lurking in the cornfield? Were they human or something far more sinister? And most importantly, what would have happened if she had stayed? What do you think? Let us know in the comments below.
Oh God. Okay. Did you hear that? Okay. How to get over here? How to get... Nope. Oh, that is making that noise. I don't like it. Work. Oh, my light's not working.
Perhaps it's not the animals we should fear most, but other humans. In the dark and desolate places we explore, it's often the unexpected presence of another person that turns a thrilling experience into a truly terrifying encounter. The next shocking clip comes from The Voice of Sikkim, a YouTube channel dedicated to captivating content related to the northeastern Indian state of Sikkim. The channel explores a variety of topics, including local news, historical documentaries, cultural insights, and compelling tales from the region. In addition to covering important events and traditions, The Voice of Sikkim also delves into the mysterious, paranormal occurrences, unsolved mysteries, and eerie supernatural encounters, particularly those tied to the area's vast wilderness and rich folklore. On the night of October 20, 2019, two forest rangers were making their way to an overnight shift in the Mahananda Wildlife Sanctuary, a vast and dense jungle located near Siliguri, India. The sanctuary, known for its thick vegetation and isolated location, is home to many wild animals, but it is also surrounded by chilling local legends. As the rangers navigated through the dark and silent forest roads, they were met with an encounter that left them shaken, something that defied explanation. The footage begins with the rangers driving along a narrow, unpaved road deep within the jungle. The only source of light is coming from the headlights of their vehicle, casting eerie shadows through the thick trees on either side. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a white figure steps directly onto the road in front of them. The figure moves slowly, crossing the road without even a glance toward the approaching vehicle. Startled, the rangers immediately slam the brakes and, in sheer panic, quickly reverse to put some distance between themselves and the figure. As the headlights continue to illuminate it, they begin to make out its features. It appears to be a woman, dressed in a long, flowing white gown. But there's something unnatural about the way she moves. She does not react to the vehicle or the bright headlights shining directly at her. Instead, she continues walking in a straight line, disappearing into the dense forest on the other side of the road, as if completely unaware of her surroundings. The rangers sit frozen in shock, struggling to comprehend what they just witnessed. Was this an actual person, perhaps a lost traveler, or someone wandering through the jungle at night? Or was it something far more sinister, an apparition, a restless spirit lingering in the depths of the forest? Many believe that ghostly figures in white are a common sign of paranormal activity, especially in isolated areas with a history of supernatural tales. But what makes this encounter so chilling is the complete lack of reaction from the figure. It showed no acknowledgement of the vehicle, the headlights, or the presence of the rangers at all. Could this be one of the many spirits said to haunt the Mahananda Sanctuary? Or is there a more rational explanation behind this terrifying sighting? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Whatever this was, one thing is for certain. It was truly a horrifying moment that these rangers will never forget. There are countless things in this world that we don't fully understand, and sometimes the true dangers lie in the unseen things that go bump in the night or whisper from the shadows. The next clip comes from Exploring with Bear, a YouTube channel dedicated to urban exploration and thrilling outdoor adventures. The creator, known simply as Bear, takes his audience on heart-pounding journeys through abandoned places, forgotten structures, and even eerie haunted locations. His explorations often lead him to decaying remnants of the past, deserted hospitals, old schools, vacant mansions, and crumbling factories, each with its own haunting atmosphere. But every once in a while, Bear ventures even further, pushing the limits by stepping into the unknown. And what he encounters on this particular night is something truly disturbing. It was the night of December 4th, 2024, and Bear had set up camp in a remote and freezing wilderness, known for Bigfoot sightings and its proximity to an old haunted cemetery. With temperatures dropping to a chilling 23 degrees Fahrenheit, he had come prepared, armed with a wood burner and heavy blankets to keep warm. His goal was to explore the area, uncover any strange occurrences, and, if possible, document something extraordinary. But what he would come across that night was something he never could have prepared for.
What is that?
As Bear navigates through the dense forest, enveloped by complete darkness, the silence of the cold winter night is suddenly broken. In the distance, he hears voices, soft but unmistakable, echoing through the trees. He immediately stops in his tracks, his breath visible in the freezing air. The voices are close, too close to ignore. A mixture of curiosity and unease fills him, but his instinct to explore pushes him forward. With his flashlight cutting through the thick blackness, Bear presses on, determined to find out who or what could be out there with him.
I just heard a voice. I know for a fact that was a voice. Oh. That was a deeper voice.
As he cautiously moves deeper into the woods, something catches his attention. A faint white light glowing in the distance. It flickers slightly, almost as if it's moving. Could it be another person? A reflection? The uneasy feeling in Bear's gut grows stronger. He stands still, trying to listen. The voices have stopped, but the presence of something, or someone, is undeniable. His mind races through possibilities. Is he being watched? Is someone following him? One thing is certain. He is no longer alone in the woods.
What's that light? Oh, reflection. Man, this has a terrible feel to it. I know I heard a voice too. 100%.
A sudden noise breaks the silence, a rustling sound coming from nearby. Bear freezes, gripping his flashlight tighter. He decides to take a bold approach. He whistles into the darkness, hoping to get a response, to confirm if it's just an animal or another person wandering the forest. But instead of a friendly acknowledgement or a harmless rustle of the wind, what he finds is far more chilling than he ever anticipated.
Two paths. Oh, I hear something moving. Okay. Man, it is free. Oh, this might be it. I think we found it. Now, last time there was like 3 or 4 deer. Let's see if we can see any deer.
Bear slowly moves his flashlight around, scanning the area for any signs of movement. Then, in the distance, the beam of light lands on something that makes his blood run cold. Standing motionless among the trees is a tall, shadowy figure. At first, it appears completely black, blending into the darkness of the night. But as Bear shifts the light slightly, the figure begins to turn. A pale, ghostly white face is revealed. Or is it a mask? The lifeless eyes seem to lock onto Bear, staring at him with an unnerving intensity. Panic surges through Bear's body. He has seen enough. Without hesitation, he turns and runs, sprinting as fast as he can through the woods, the crunching of dead leaves and twigs beneath his boots, blending with the pounding of his heart. Every step feels like an eternity as the fear of being pursued grips him. Finally, after what feels like an endless chase, he makes it back to his campsite, grabs his gear, and makes a swift escape. Once at a safe distance, Bear reflects on what just happened. His gut tells him that he had stumbled upon something sinister, perhaps a member of a cult or a group conducting something in the woods that they did not want outsiders to witness. He recalls the voices, the strange light, and the chilling presence that had been lurking in the darkness. Even more unsettling is the thought that he had felt watched the entire time, as if something had been silently tracking his every move from the moment he entered the forest. This terrifying encounter serves as a stark reminder that when exploring the unknown, you never truly know who or what may be watching from the shadows. Always be aware of your surroundings, because danger can be closer than you think.
What is that? What is that? Oh, it just moved. What is that? Oh, it just moved.
Holy smokes. What do you guys think I encountered just now? Was that like a cult thing? Ritual? Was it even human? Did you see the face? It still has me shook, and it has been days later. I even acquired a couple injuries on that run. I had slipped and fell on some ice or something, busted my knee, busting my knuckles. I felt like it was at least following me about halfway through the woods. This is not your typical outro, but I do hope you enjoyed this adventure.
Before the next clip, if you are enjoying the video, please drop us a like and consider subscribing. We upload new creepy videos weekly. Now, back to the video. The final terrifying video of the night comes from The Foul Mitten, a YouTube channel widely recognized for its gripping mystery, exploration, and paranormal-themed content. The host often ventures into eerie, unsettling locations, capturing chilling encounters and delving into the unknown. Whether it's supernatural activity, cryptid sightings, or unexplained phenomena, The Foul Mitten is no stranger to documenting the bizarre. But this time, the horror isn't found in some distant, abandoned building or deep in the wilderness. It's happening right outside his own home. It was the night of April 5th, 2023, a cool and rainy spring evening. The host of The Foul Mitten stood just outside his house, gripped by an unsettling reality. Something had been watching him. For weeks, he had experienced strange occurrences, spotting eerie figures lurking in the shadows and catching glimpses of glowing eyes peering at him from the darkness. Whatever it was, it refused to leave him alone. Tonight, he was determined to uncover the truth.
All right, whatever you are, you need to leave. Stay out of this place.
As the camera rolls, the rain lightly patters against the ground, adding to the already ominous atmosphere. In the distance, through the misty haze, a set of glowing eyes appears, locked directly onto him. The sheer intensity of the stare sends chills down his spine. Summoning his courage, he shouts into the darkness, his voice firm yet uncertain. Whatever you are, you need to leave. This is our home. But the figure does not move. It does not flinch. It only watches.
They're all over the damn place again tonight. Okay, I'm gonna keep walking towards it. Might actually get to capture something here. Son of a All right, whatever you are, you need to leave. Stay out of this place. This is our home.
The tension reaches its peak, with adrenaline coursing through his veins and a gnawing sense of dread creeping in. The Foul Mitten makes a split-second decision. He fires off a shot, aiming not to harm, but to scare. The sound of the gunshot pierces the quiet night, echoing through the trees. For a moment, there is silence. Then, the glowing eyes disappear into the darkness. It seems for now that the threat is gone. He cautiously retreats back inside his home, locking the doors behind him. But the real question still lingers. What was that thing? Was it a cryptid, a skinwalker, or perhaps something even more sinister, something not of this world? The lack of answers is unsettling, and so far, there has been no further update on the situation. But one thing is certain: this is not over. If whatever was lurking outside returns, the Foul Mitten will be ready. And when that happens, we'll be here to cover it.
This is our home. Need to leave. You leave now. I don't think it's going to come around for a little bit. I think that'll keep it away for a while. Oh, God. I hope that does it. I really do.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these 6 spine-tingling encounters, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more chilling and terrifying videos. There's always another mystery waiting to be uncovered, and you won't want to miss what's next. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.